Who would you say is your ultimate celebrity crush, both of you?
God, that's a hard question.
Bob Marley.
Oh, why?
Every single
he's
day.
handsome. He's very
Hit me in
handsome.
the face with your locks. I'm joking, that's a joke.
Amari Hardwick, Maurice Chestnut. I like Shamar Moore back in the day, but as he gets older, he looks a little bit oily. Like that genuine oily. I don't like that anymore. I feel like I would have Iyanla Vanzant at my table. She's hilarious, by the way. I've actually met her, so she's hilarious and she just brings that wisdom.
I would definitely have Rihanna.
Oh, so me too.
I'd have to have her there because she is just, I love everything about her, like her personality, the way that she approaches business, like the way that she just is. I feel like she can switch between just having a ball, having a fun time and just being like, I'm about my business and everything. I would really love to pick her brain.
Go on, Oprah. Come along. Let's have some wine. I just need to knowledge. Just give me some info. I need to listen. As a kid, I used to find talk shows so boring, and Oprah was one of them. As a kid, you're a kid. I want to watch Nickelodeon. I need to watch Sister Sister. Thank you very much. Moesha. Thank you very much. But now, like, I have the own subscribed on my YouTube, and I'm just like, Sunday, she has this thing where it's like Sunday motivation sort of thing. I can't remember exactly what it is. And I'm just like, drop the knowledge, Oprah. Bring it in, bring it in.
Jada Pinkett Smith, definitely. I actually like the way she's raised her children, very much so, in the sense that, yes, I am your parent, but I'm here to support and guide you, not to tell you how to live your life. And she's let them grow into themselves.
Solange.
Oh, God, she'd be great.
I feel like I just don't know much about her. I feel like she does live in Beyonce's shadow still, even though she has had moments of shining. But I really want to know who she is, like even how she speaks, her speaking voice. I don't think I've even seen enough interviews of her speak, and I really want to get to her at a level.
I love Jill Scott. Like, I love everything she represents. I think she's someone who she just exudes confidence. I think she has I think she has an amazing balance of sexual confidence as well. Like, I feel like she's very, like, wholesome with her sexuality, and she's not really afraid to kind of say what she thinks and express it into her music. And it never sounds tacky to me, or it never sounds degrading either to me.
Tracy Ellis Ross. I love her. I love everything about her. I love her hardness, her softness, her jokes, her banter, her seriousness, her dedication, her commitment, her vulnerability, her talent, her outstanding beauty, her natural self. I just love everything about the woman.
What's the Latino?
Amara la Negra.
Amanda La Negra.
Amara la Negra.
Yes. Say it again.
Amara la Negra.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm going to have to throw Michelle Obama in there because I just love everything she represents. I just think she's a beautiful, dark-skinned, intelligent woman, black woman. And for me as a black woman, as a dark-skinned black woman, like to see someone like her in her position and how she carried herself throughout that entire 2 terms, no scandals, like she true to herself, said what they thought. I love her for that.
Whoopi, obviously, like, childhood hero, like, even though she's kind of wayward in some of her views now, I don't think we've paid enough homage to Auntie Whoopi at all.
Serena Williams. Serena Williams, like, she's like my spirit animal.
She loves tennis.
I love tennis. Yeah. Like, number one, I love tennis. I love Wimbledon particularly. And I just think the way Serena Williams came into the tennis game and just... the way she just up everybody. As a black woman, do you know what that feels like? That you are not only the greatest black tennis player, not the greatest female black tennis player, not the greatest female tennis player, but you are the greatest tennis player that has walked this earth as a black woman. If I don't give you ratings, who gets ratings if Serena Williams does not get ratings?
Diane Abbott. I want to speak to
Yeah.
Diane Abbott. She's an MP.
She's,
here.
I'm sure Diane's got some stories, man. Like
And that's what I
she's gone
wanna
through
hear.
it. Given the last year or so, what she's been through is, to me, has been really awful. Like,
Yeah.
I don't agree with everything that she says and does, but I think she's really been picked on by the press. I feel like, you know, white male
Yeah.
MPs are allowed to be as mediocre as they like
Yeah.
and get away with it. But if Diane does it, all of a sudden, you know, her looks come into question, her very being comes into question, the way that she raises her son comes into question. Everything that she does comes into question, and it's not a level playing field. How is this woman who's gone through probably 30, 40 years of politics at the top of her game allowed to be treated in this way? And you have, you know, newspapers like the Daily Mail literally adding more fuel to the fire so people can send for her. I'm like, you lot are disgusting. It'd be important or good for her to know that there are people out there that just, we get it, we understand your journey, sort of thing.
Amanda Stenberg, because I always feel what we do now affects the younger generation. So it's always good to hear from someone from the younger generation, their opinions, their views, and I just love what she puts out there. She is very much an activist, a philanthropist, and so on. And I like the fact that although she's mixed, she sees herself as a young black woman, and she speaks for the younger black women, and then she's bisexual. So it'd be interesting to hear how they see things, you know, from the gay side and being on the straight side.
I would just like to have Nefertiti at the table just to prove that she ain't that white woman that they're trying to put out on TV.
I've been reintroduced to a whole crop of new women via social media who are coming up. So Kelechi, aka Kaleshnikov, who I've got so much respect for, and I've not met Slumflower before. Again, incredible. Like, I'm really enjoying watching the rise of these like women kind of come up through the social media ranks and kind of seeing them on different platforms and speaking really openly, unapologetically about being black and young and kind of being entrepreneurial and, you know, just talking about their journey and their life. And I'm just like, this is great, because at one point I did think, you know, when I was doing my bits and pieces on different platforms and stuff like that, I just thought, am I the only one here? Is it just me and Lisa and like
does feel
just
like-
a
it
really
has felt like
small
that.
little clique of like black women, like, and then to kind of see them coming up in the ranks and everything, and they're actually being recognised for the things that they are doing, I think it is amazing. And
There are so many black British women that I admire greatly. Sade, Zadie Smith, June Sarpong, Trisha Goddard. There's just so many that I admire. And the ones who I currently admire feel like they're my peers. And yes, it's like what Issa Rae said, you know, like, stop looking up, but sometimes look to the side. But when you're looking to the side sometimes and you're recognising that you have struggles that are taking you away from each other, it's almost easier to disconnect from your peers' struggle, because if you're too closely aligned, then it just feels like a double struggle. So it's a bit of escapism to look upwards and outwards, because their real trauma and challenges really resonate with you so closely. It makes moving forward difficult.
But I think at the same time, with some of these people, I don't really know their stories. I know what they're doing career-wise, but I don't know much about their struggles or their stories, you know. And so Michaela Cole, maybe because she's quite recent, she's current, so her story isn't yet being heard as yet. Naomi Campbell, I don't know much.
And I
about
think
her
that's
life
the
and
difference
stuff.
with British black people, is they don't want to, we're very conservative. We don't want you to see that there's a shady past or a alcoholic auntie or, you know.
Whereas in America, I find they're so open with it, so you feel like you know them, you've been on this journey with them, whereas over here
They use their challenges as a way to make us invest in them in a way. You know, we're like, oh, wow, you had hardships too. We don't want you to see our dirty underwear. It's that simple. Just keep it to ourselves. That's what we've been taught to do over here.
Yeah.
I do think we are like supportive of one another, but I think the problem is, I think it's like passive support. Like, I think we're like, oh yeah, woo, go girl. But then I think the support that really matters, really, it has to translate into like supporting like black businesses. It's supporting black shows, supporting. Do you know what I mean? Like actually doing it with views, with clicks, with like active support, because I feel like that's the support that really is going to matter. It's going to make a difference with regards to you know what we're doing. The problem is, I think sometimes it's like if a black business does something wrong, it's like we jump on it and it's like tear that down, like, oh no, you turned your back on us, da, 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 da. But then you got to think about how many corporations, who are not run by black people, do us wrong on a daily basis, and we still go back. Let's be honest, there were people in H&M the day after that little
Come on!
Like, there were people in H&M. But then you'll see little businesses that, you know, they get a little bit of bad press and then people are all on it, oh no, I'm not going to buy from them anymore, da, da, da. And I just think, whoa, like there are plenty of corporations who have done us wrong over the years and we are still buying their products. So let's not be so quick to jump on these small black businesses that get it wrong sometimes. They're still growing, they're still learning, they're still building enterprise, and they need our support.
It's a wave. I think it's a wave. I think everything has a time and timing. I think where black women in the past have been putting each other down is because that door to entry was like so slim. So that person had to get in and then just get to a level and then bring everyone else up. I think social media has meant that it's able to act differently and work in a different way, but it's a wave. Same people, exactly as you said, but also for me, Liv Little, you know, the founder of Gardem, just amazing.
She's amazing.
Sharmadean?
Yeah,
Warnels, amazing. Founder of Black Blossoms, amazing. Bee, amazing. There's so many women out here doing great things, and as you said as well, collaborating. That is really, really refreshing to see. But for me, doing what I've been doing for a long time before social media, I do kind of like think in my 38 self, bloody hell, like really, I've been doing this, but because it hasn't been visible, to people coming up, I don't actually exist, or the things that I do choose to post as a throwback just seems like it's dated, because it is dated. Like it was years ago, like the Amarians, the Jennifer Hudsons, the Danny Boyle, the Mark Wahlbergs, the Cuba Gooding Juniors. Like I've been doing this, so it's not new. But because I haven't caught that wave when it came of social media and being that age bracket group, it just feels like it's just a little bit lost. And so, you know, even with myself, I've had to talk to myself and say, Lise, like, yes, you do it. You can still do it. It doesn't matter. You haven't really missed out.
I don't pay attention to politics. I heard about it. I went, yeah. Because very much I feel, even before Brexit, our country's politics was...
not favourable to us
I
anyway.
can't use bad words, but it was basically a whole mess. It has been a mess. For years it has been a mess. We've watched people on the ground suffer for a long time, and I feel from once they make these announcements, and they were preparing people beforehand about this, and they're smart in the sense that they do it because it presents fear. Already you're setting yourself up for failure. This is not going to happen for me and I won't be able to do this. You're actually manifesting all of this, and they're preparing you to manifest all of this. And then once it's announced, everybody's sort of like, oh, doom and gloom. You know, exactly what I thought is going to happen, it's going to happen. Like, no, you can still live your life. I still believe you can still live your life. Like, don't get too caught up in what they're putting out there in the news and the so on. Like, no, don't do it to yourself.
For me, I found it, I did find it initially really quite disappointing. The fact that, you know, we've come such a long way. We celebrate so many global legends and icons around the world. It just really saddened me that we had so much ignorance to that extent when we do have worldwide access to information. So it's like, really, guys? But at the same time, you know, equally to what Priscilla said, it's like, I know that my people endure struggle, you know, so it's like, whatever, you know, this is not the worst it's been. So this is light work. You know, trust me, this is easy. Brexit is easy for us because of what we've been through. And that's the truth. This is light work for us. It's like, okay, whatever. But I do really feel more so for those in the political parties who have really been trying to campaign and champion our needs from inside. So like, we've got to shout out. We cannot not acknowledge our black MPs, black female MPs, Dawn Butler, you know, like names we should know, who, even though they're against it, the stats are like, oh, are you really going to do this? Is this really necessary? They still try. So, you know, thank goodness we still have people like that.